and today you will come to know. Fine. So tell me one thing, what is gravitation? This question is open to all, anybody can answer. What is gravitation? Come on. Nobody knows.
Gravitation is something like it's like a force which pulls an object downwards into like something.
Okay. So both of you, Madhuvanti as well as Meneja, you have talked about some force which is exerted and it is pulling it towards, towards the center of the earth. Center of the earth. Okay. So the force that pulls the objects towards center of the earth is called as gravitation. Can I take like that? All of you agree to this? Darshan agree? Okay. Did I ask you what is gravitational force? What did I ask you? Generally, from our childhood, gravity, gravitation, gravitational force, everything we think are same. All these terms, we take it as gravity, gravitational force, everything when I ask, same thing will come in your mind, earth is attracting a body towards itself. We are on the earth because of gravitation. If gravitation is not there, we will fly. If you go to space, gravitation is zero. These things automatically come to your mind when you hear the word gravity. Force, again force. I have not given the heading as gravitational force.
Attraction between two objects.
Attraction between two objects is called as gravitation. Okay, to some extent, yes, correct. Gravitation is the property. Write that, guys. Gravitation is the property by which two objects attracts each other. Gravitation is the property by which two objects attract each other. Gravitation is the property by which two objects attract each other. When I say two objects attract each other, I nowhere use the word earth or sun or planet. You know what I told? I said literally every object. I am having this pen in my hand. We call it a stylus. And another pen in my hand. As per the theories of gravitation, they both are attracting each other. Okay, why are not we feeling it? I am standing, behind my board is there, we both are attracting each other. But why I am not feeling that force?
Very low.
Very low. Why it is very low?
Sir, it is proportional to the mass of the object.
Okay, so I am having very less mass.
Compared to that, your mass is very
Why are you comparing with Earth? I am comparing with TV only, no? I am not asking about Earth and me. I am asking about me and this TV. Who is less? I am less or TV is less? TV is less. Don't say like that, man. Huh? I hope my question is clear to everybody. My question is, if there is a force, I am itself saying that gravitation is the property by which any two object, you wrote what? Two object, right? Mention there in the universe, right? That arrow and put in the universe. It is universal law, not only on the earth. Universal law. Any two object, whether it is two needles, two atoms, or two planets, or two galaxies, everything is attracting each other with a force. That force is called as gravitational force. Newton found that, and Newton gave law of gravitation, studied in 9th standard also. As per that law, most of you will remember, force of attraction between two objects is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. Am I right? This may be known to everybody of you by default. How much you are understanding it? You should immediately think, if two objects are attracting each other, every two objects are attracting each other, then why are they not coming close to each other? Very difficult. Yeah, if I talk about earth and sun, I can feel the gravitation. They are attached. If I talk about earth and moon, I can feel the gravitation. Moon is not going somewhere else. Moon is in orbit of the earth because of gravitational pull. We may think like that, no? But myself and that wall, or myself and this chair, I am not able to feel the gravitational force. Does that mean gravitational force is not there? It is there. Why am I not able to feel? Let us understand it now. Okay. So, F is proportional to m1 m2 by r square. F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. What is G? Universal gravitational constant. Yeah, universal is not a small word. Universal gravitational. You know why they have used the word universal? Universal means anywhere you go in the universe, this constant will not change. Anywhere you go in the universe, this constant will not change. In higher classes, in 12th when you go, you will study about Coulomb's law. F is equal to k q1 q2 by r square, where k will be medium dependent. But here G is independent of anything. It is always a constant. How much is the value? You remember? 6.67 minus 11 Newton meter square kg power minus 2. How it has come basic here? G F r square by m1 m2, F is Newton, r is meter square, kg power minus 2. Simple. This is the value of universal gravitational constant. Now, if I wish to find the force of attraction between myself and this TV, shall we try to find? Let us try to find now. I have all the formula now in front of me. Let me assume my mass as 80 kgs. Let me assume the mass of TV as 100 kgs. And let me assume distance between myself and TV as, TV not is actually IFP, whatever, 1 meter. Okay. I am trying to find what is the force of attraction between myself and this TV. What is G? 6.67, 10 to the power minus 11. What is M1? 80. What is M2? 100. What is R square? 1. Now this 8 and this approximately 7, 8 7s are till tomorrow. Around 50 it will come because it is 6.67. Around 50 it will come. Around 50 into 10 to the power 0 0 0 will become minus 8. Can I write like this? Or it will become approximately 5 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton. Approximately. Approximately. How much is that? 0.0000007. Okay, take 5. Understood, no? How much small is this? How will I feel it then? It will be there. It will attract. We both will come together. You know how much time it will take? Some millions of years. It is not that force is not there. It is not that I am not getting attracted towards the board. Everything is happening. But this 0.0000005 Newton force, it may take millions of years for you to feel this thing and come close to each other. And by millions of years will happen, neither I will be there, nor TV will be there, nor this room will be there, and nothing will be there. Are you getting? So, where is the gravitational force felt? Where the mass is huge or distance also is considerably there. That is why when I take mass of the sun and mass of the earth, huge masses, we can feel gravitation because the value will be having considerable big value. Do you know one thing? There are so many forces in nature. We have electrostatic force, nuclear force. Don't go to that level. Basic, if you see in physics, there are only 4 forces. I am talking about the forces in nature. Electrostatic force, gravitational force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force. That's all is there. Then we have many things, magnetic force, I would say tidal force, those things are muscular force. I am not talking about those things. Forces in nature are only 4. In that, you know which is the weakest force? Gravitational force. Gravitational force is one of the weakest force in nature. Write it down somewhere, please, guys. Gravitational force is one of the, why one of the, is weakest force in nature, I should say, is weakest force in nature, weakest force in nature. Okay. So something we came to know about gravitation, we came to know that force of gravitation acts on all the bodies. Somewhere we are feeling because the masses are huge, somewhere we are not feeling because the force value is too small for us to feel the force, right? Very basic thing I have told. Now, whenever we hear the word gravity, then most of us will think 9.81 meter per second square. Many of you will remember this. What is that 9.81 meter per second square? What is that?
Acceleration due to gravity.
Acceleration due to gravity, not force. It is meter per second square, right? Acceleration. Acceleration due, that means because of gravity, every object is getting attracted. If there is a mass on the earth, it will get attracted towards the earth. Force will act. Whenever there is a force, there is an acceleration. The acceleration with which the object is attracted towards the center of the earth is called as acceleration due to gravity of earth. And its value is how much? Its value is 9.81 meter per second square. How it has come? How this value has come? These things you studied in 9th standard actually. I am recalling once again. Let me recall, no problem in that. So imagine there are two bodies. This is the mass of earth and this is the mass of the body. I am taking it as m. Distance between the earth and the body is approximately the radius of the earth. Do you agree with me? Little more than radius, but approximately radius only. How much is the R of the earth? Anybody knows? 6,400 kilometers. That is 6,400 into 10 to the power 3 meters. This is the value of earth's radius. What is earth's mass? Anybody remembers? 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. This is the value of earth's mass. Now, by the force of gravitation, they are attracting each other. How much is the force? Force is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. So, F will become equal to G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. What is the mass of the earth? 6 into 10 to the power 24. Okay, why I am doing all this? I am not finding the value now. First, let me frame the equation. Yes, so F will become equal to m into a. That a is only called as g, acceleration. And here I am getting g, mass of the earth I am taking as mass of the earth, m2 I am taking as mass of the object, divided by r of the earth square. This m gets cancelled. And as you studied in 9th standard, same thing repeated here. The acceleration due to gravity g is given by gm by r square. If it is earth's acceleration due to gravity, this is mass of earth, r of earth. If you want to find the acceleration due to gravity of other planets, for example, you want to find for Mars, then what will be the value? Capital G into mass of the Mars divided by radius of the Mars square. Like that, for any celestial body, you can find its acceleration due to gravity. How? By multiplying gravitational constant with mass of the body by radius square. Are you getting a point? Okay, first you copy if you want to copy something from here. If you are copying, please copy something from here before I go to the next thing, which is going to be a little interesting also. Let me know when you are done. Can you proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, generally, up to now, wherever you have used the word small g, which is acceleration due to gravity, you have taken its value as how much? 9.8 or 10 meter per second square. Am I right? So, you have assumed this value of small g as a constant always, isn't it? Wherever small g comes, what you are putting? 10 or 9.8. Yes or no? So, we are treating small g as a constant. But is it really a constant? Small g is not a constant. For our convenience, we are taking it as a constant. I will tell why we are taking it as a constant also. But in reality, there are factors on which the small g depends. So, write the heading as factors on which g depends. There are 4 factors on which small g is depending. What are those factors? Let us learn one by one.
Objects on it.
No. So, first factor is shape of the earth. The second factor is height above the earth. The third factor is depth below the earth. And the fourth factor is rotation of the earth. Let us learn one by one all these things. So, we are going to learn about shape of the earth, height above the earth, depth below the earth, rotation of the earth. These are the factors which affect small g. Let us see how. Shall I go to the next page, if you allow me? Shall
Yes, sir.
I go to the next page? Okay. Now, I said the first factor as shape. Did I say? Shape of the earth. What is the shape of the earth? Geoid.
Sorry.
Ellipsoid. Srinidhi, ellipsoid. Which planet you are living? You went to some other planet. Earth is not ellipsoid here. Earth is geoid. It is also called as spheroid, not ellipsoid. Okay. Spheroid. Now, what is the meaning of the word geoid?
Bulged in the center.
Center it is bulged and center bulge means what, man? Narrow at the poles. Have you seen orange how it looks like? Flattened at top and bottom and elongated along the sides. Not exactly a sphere. We assume it to be a sphere in many places, but actually the earth is like this. How? It is elongated in the sides and flattened in the top and bottom. That what it helps, it makes the radius of the equator little longer and radius of pole little shorter. Can you feel this? R of pole small, R of equator longer. And just now we have read small g is equal to gm by r square. So, if r will become small, g will become big. Inversely proportional to square. It means that at pole g will be greater, at equator g will be lesser. If you take your weight here, actually weight is working on the concept of gravity only, action and reaction. What you are seeing actually it shows your mass on the scale, but how it shows? By finding the weight only. So, if you measure here and if it comes 60 kg, when you go to pole Antarctica, it will be having a different value. When you go to South Africa's Sahara Desert, equator nearby, it will have a different value. it will be having more in the poles and less in the equator. So, a person becomes heavier where? In the poles, and becomes lighter in equator. That is why we have Usain Bolt from South Africa. Okay, I am not saying like that, just for, don't write this in the exam somewhere. South Africans are having less G, so they are having more faster, not like that. But it is true that at poles we have more G, so your weight becomes more. How much more? Whether 50 will become 100 kg? No. If you are 60 kg, in poles you will be 60.35, and in equator you will be 59.61. So, it will be negligible change which is not shown sometimes on the reading, because you will eat something, you will take out something, you will wear something, you will remove something. That mass will change because of that, isn't it? Today what dress I am wearing, tomorrow what dress I am wearing, will it have same mass? No, not necessary. Half shirt will have less mass, full shirt will have more mass, cotton shirt will have less mass, woolen shirt will have more mass, isn't it? I go to Antarctica, I cannot go like this, no. I have to put coat, jacket, boots, everything. Then will my mass remain same? Okay, forget all these things. Human body itself, if I go to some place, it will be like varying every day, little bit here and there, and that variation will not be visible to you on the scale, but it changes. So, as we move from pole towards equator, small g is reducing because r is increasing. I hope you are understanding my point. Since r of pole is less than r of equator, g of pole will be more than g of equator. I hope you are understanding this. If you are understanding, make a note of it somewhere. If you are understanding this, make a note somewhere. Something very interesting is going to come now in some time. If you are done writing, let me know. I will start writing my next page. Shall we talk about the other three factors? Shall we? I also have some questions from past NEET and JEE papers from gravitation to make you understand that how simple it can be sometimes if your concept is little clear. Shall I go? Next page?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next thing is due to height. Okay. So, I am having a planet, obviously Earth, and this is the radius, suppose r, and you know very well the value of here is small g. If I go some h distance above the Earth, at this point, let me take the value is g dash. Will they both be same? Obviously not, common sense. Why are we obviously not? Because g is equal to gm by r square. If r is becoming bigger, g will become smaller. So, as you go above the Earth's surface, g is reducing, your weight is reducing, isn't it? As you go above the Earth's surface, since the height is increasing, distance is increasing, small g is reducing. Don't you agree with me? I hope you are agreeing with me. So, in that way, if I want to find what is the value of g dash here, I can say g dash will become equal to gm by r plus h the whole square. Don't you agree with me? On the surface it is gm by r square, above the surface it is gm by r plus h the whole square. If I want to find how much it has increased exactly the value wise, then I can write g dash by g. If you divide both, g dash by g will become gm by r plus h the whole square into, it will become r square above and gm below, isn't it? Dividing both, gm gets cancelled, and you get g dash by g is equal to r by r plus h the whole square. That is how you can find how much is the variation of g at a particular height. For example, If I ask you, if I go, please pay attention, if I go 6,400 kilometer above the earth's surface, what is the value of g? It means I am taking h as r is 6,400 kilometer only. So, it will become r by 2r the whole square. R gets cancelled, 1 by 2 the whole square become 1 by 4. So, g dash will become 1 by 4 times of g, which will be almost 2.5. So, when you go 6,400 kilometer above the earth, what will be the gravitational, that is acceleration to gravity there? Acceleration due to gravity will become 2.5 meter per second square. Understanding this? If I go 12,800 kilometer above the earth's surface, then it will become r plus 2r. So, 3r, r by 3r, r gets cancelled, 1 by 9, 1.9 to 10 by 9, approximately 1 point something. So, if I am going 12,800 kilometer above the earth's surface, it will be around 1 point something meter per second square. G is reducing or not? That is why when you go to space, since you are going very far and far, G is reducing and you start feeling weightlessness. You will start flying because G is not attracting you. Your body will start moving above. So, if you are going by a rocket, slowly as you go away and away, your body will not be immediately going suddenly in the flying mode. Slowly your body will rise. And if you go too away, suppose I go 40,000 kilometer away above the earth's surface, what will happen? You will be almost having 0 point something meter per second square g. You will be almost flying. Are you getting my point? That is how small g works based upon the height above the earth's surface. Is it clear to you? How much it changes? By this formula you can find. H is given, put h value here, r is known to you. Solve and get the answer. If you have understood this, copy it fast. We will go to depth now. Is it done? Can I go to depth now? Meanwhile, all the writing, you think for some while and tell me what will happen if you go inside the earth's surface. So, whether the small g will increase or decrease? Common sense. It is common sense. There is no doubt in that. Shall I erase the board? Erase means I will go to the next page. Everybody have written? I believe, I hope, I expect. So, we know very well that small g is equal to gm by r square. If I take the earth and I dig the hole inside the earth, suppose I am digging a hole of depth d, then I am going inside the earth, my radius is reducing, from r it is becoming r minus d. So, small g will increase because r is becoming small, g will become more. That is what we think, but that will not happen. You are in 11th physics, okay? Don't always think that it will be simply happening. When you go inside the earth's surface, small g will not increase, it will reduce. Oh my God. You know one thing? Center of the earth has no gravity. You know one thing? If I am going in space, some 0.1, 0.2 gravity meter per second square, small g may be there also. At center of the earth, small g is 0. Actually, it is more weightlessness compared to space in the center of the earth. Tomorrow means one day, once upon a time, in the coming future, maybe after some 100, 200, 500, 600,000 years, your great grandchildren, if they are knowledgeable enough to develop a technology which makes a lift going from Chennai and coming out at Australia or somewhere in America. So, if you want to go from here to America, no need of getting flight. Sit in the lift, put the button, you are in America. Through the earth itself, make a hole. We can make, why can't? Today we cannot, tomorrow we can make. And we will go by a lift through center of the earth and reach that point. Where, which point? Our America somewhere. And come out, yes, came to America. If tomorrow we are able to make also, you know what will happen? When you are going to go, you will start flying like space. At center of the earth, it will be absolutely no gravity. And once again, when you are going away, you will become normal. If someday we are able to make such a transportation method by making a hole in the earth. Okay, all these things I spoke. Prove it. How you are saying that g is reducing? You only told g is gm by r square, clearly visible to me that g is increasing with r reducing. Okay guys, when you are going inside the earth's surface, please pay attention. What comes into picture is the density of the earth. See, when I am taking the above point or on the earth point, I am taking the whole earth into consideration, right? But when you are taking the inside point, I will take only a part of the earth into consideration. And in that scenario, how the formula will change, you see. Yes, density is equal to what by what? Mass by volume. Density will become equal to mass, volume will be approximately 4 by 3 pi r cube. Don't say, sir, just now you told it is ellipse. Not ellipse, spheroid. And now you are taking the volume of circle, a sphere. I will do all assumptions. See, physics is running on assumptions only. If you start doing exactly what is happening in reality, physics cannot proceed itself. Okay? So, m by 4 by 3 pi r cube. So, m of the earth will become equal to 4 by 3 pi into rho into r cube. Now, put this value of m here. What will happen to g, you see? Small g will become 4 by 3 pi rho r cube into g by r square. This will make it r. And now my g formula became 4 by 3 pi rho g r. Can you see that g is directly proportional to r? R is small, g is small. R is 0, g is 0. So, if you are on the earth, above the earth, you may use the formula gm by r square. But if you are inside the earth, you must consider the density of the earth. And you should use which formula? 4 by 3 pi rho g r. Is it clear to you? So, what will happen now? If I go d depth below and I want to, here it is g, here it is g dash. So, what will be g dash value? G dash will become equal to 4 by 3 pi rho g into r minus d. Isn't it? Because here r became r minus d. Isn't this? This is how much here? R minus d only, no? Understanding some basic thing I am doing. So, what will be the value of g dash by g? G dash is 4 by 3 pi rho g into r minus d. And what is g? 4 by 3 pi rho g r. Everything gets cancelled. And finally, you get the expression of g dash as g dash by g is equal to r minus d by r. Further, if you want to solve one more step, then it will become 1 minus d by r. So g dash by g is equal to 1 minus d by r. So if you want to find at a particular depth, what is the value of g, use this formula 1 minus d by r and you get the answer. So if I ask you, I am going 3200 kilometer below the earth. How much? 3200 kilometer below the earth. What is the value of g dash there, g there? So it will become 1 minus 3200 by 6400, which will become 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 will become 1 by 2. 1 by 2 of g will become almost 5 meter per second square. So if you are going 3200 kilometer below the earth's surface, what is the value of g dash? 5 meter per second square. Are you getting what I am trying to say? Understanding? If yes, copy it fast. This question that I asked you, the whole concept. I asked the question like, what will be the value of acceleration due to gravity at a depth of 3200 kilometers, suppose, here this point. I will use this formula. So g dash by g will become equal to 1 minus, what is d? 3200. What is value of r? 6400, isn't it? So if you cancel this, it will become 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2 will become 1 by 2. So g dash will become equal to 1 by 2 times of g. G is 10. 10 by 2 is how much? 5 meter per second square. Got it? Ask Santosh. Rho value of earth will be given to you in the numericals if required. Tell me again. Tell me in Tamil, I know. Tell me.
full radius இருக்கும் இப்போ g dash அந்த இதுல ரோ போடும்போது r minus d தான போடுவோம் அப்போ ரோ ஓட வேல்யூ மாறும்ல.
Very good question, but see, when r minus d will happen, m will also change, For 4 by 3 pi r minus d the whole cube, mass will remain same, mass மாறும்ல, அப்ப ரெண்டுமே சேம் ஆயிரும்ல. Are you getting a point? Density is constant. Density will be constant because bigger mass, bigger radius. Smaller mass, smaller radius. They both will be constant. Are you getting my point? Yeah. Good question, but yes, Mr. Okay, Saruna Ram told yes. Anybody else? Any doubt is there? Any doubt? Please ask me. Otherwise, copy it fast. I am going to talk about something more interesting, which will again go higher level than this, which you would have not heard before, and which will not be taught in school also. When you go to 11th, you will not be learning about rotation of the earth. In school, they will teach only these three. In your school book also, they will talk only about shape, height and depth. What I am going to talk next is only in competitive examination, not in school examination. So be ready for that.
Sir, I'm unable to understand like how it came from r minus d by r changed to 1 minus d by r.
Very good. Tell me your name. Who asked this doubt to me? Menaja. Yes, Menaja. G dash by g is equal to r minus d by r. Right, Menaja?
Yes, sir.
I can write r by r minus d by r. Can I write like this?
Yes, understood.
R will become 1 minus d by r. I hope you are clear now.
Yes, sir, sorry, sir.
No, sorry, yes. Even if you ask me 1 plus 1, I will tell you how it became 2. Shall I proceed? If all of you are clear in this and you are understanding now, where is the gravity maximum? Above the earth if you go, it is reducing. Below the earth if you go, it is reducing. On the earth only gravity, not gravity I should say, acceleration due to gravity is maximum. a question can come in the examination where they may ask you Earth, there are 4 points, point A, point B, point C and point D. At which place the small g is maximum?
C, sir.
Common sense, isn't it? At which place the value of small g is minimum? How you calculated? It may be D, but we cannot say surely, because until you give me the value of this depth or the value of this height, it is actually not easy to comment on that, because both are reducing only. If they say both are same, then that is D is equal to R, D is equal to H. Now tell me whether at B or at D, which way will have lesser value? So B will have lesser value. If you go 6,400 km above the Earth's surface, Mr. Santosh, G dash will become R by R plus H the whole square into G, right? So R by 3R the whole square into G, right? Which will be 10 by 9 or 1 point something. No, it will become 1 by 4, 2.5. But if you go same 6,400 km inside the Earth, what will be the value of G? 0. So for the same distance, reduction in the depth is more compared to height. Can you say like that? We'll discuss it further. Up to here things are clear? Up to here the things are clear? Where is G maximum, minimum, how it is being found? Over, right? Now the fourth thing, I said you, this fourth property is not there in NCERT book, will not be taught in school, but it is there in JEE or NEET portions, even though it is not a NEET JEE class. But it is interesting, so I am telling. That's the only thing. It's interesting, so I am telling you. And it will check some knowledge of your geography also today. Let us check. Okay. So what I am going to tell you now, the fourth factor which affects the value of small g, which is rotation of Earth. You know, we take the value of small g as 9.81 meter per second square, right? Actually, it is not true, and it is not even that value because Earth is rotating. If Earth would have been at rest, then the value of small g will be 9.81 meter per second square. Because of the rotation of the Earth, g is changing. Why do I say so? Let me explain you. Now, this is something where I am going to use vectors concept also. Somebody is not knowing vectors at all, I will pray for your understanding. Okay. Now, please pay attention. Earth, our Earth. And let me take a point on this Earth. Okay. I said you when I was teaching Newton's laws of motion that the mass is always acting towards where? Center of the Earth. That is the weight. Weight is mg, force, by which any object is attracted towards the center of the Earth, and that is mg acting where? Towards center. That we are expecting, isn't it? We think that mg act toward center of the Earth, and so we take its value as 9.8 meter per second square. But Earth is in a continuous rotation. You know one thing, when any object is in circular motion, then there is a centripetal force acts towards its center. Aware about this? I know you have not learned in detail about that, but somebody will know something. If any object is moving in circular path, then there will be a center seeking force which makes sure that the objects move in a perfect circle. If I take a stone, I tie in a string and I rotate like this, it is able to rotate in the circular path because, because of tension in the string. The tension in the string, the force, provides the necessary centripetal force for it to have circular path. Earth is moving around the sun, right? You know why? Because of gravitational force between sun and the earth, that is providing necessary centripetal force for the earth to be in motion around the sun. Moon is able to be in the circular path of earth because of the gravitational force between the moon and the earth, which is providing necessary centripetal force for the moon to be in the circular path around the earth. Electrons are moving around the nucleus in circular path. You know why? Because of the electrostatic force of attraction between the nucleus and the electron. That is giving necessary centripetal force for the object to have circular path. Understanding all these things? Now, as per the concept of mechanics, if suppose some object is moving in circular path and a force is acting towards the center, some force should balance it in the opposite direction, isn't it? If it is not balancing, it should come inside, no? Normal acts in this direction, man. If stone is rotating, what is normal here? Who is balancing the centripetal force? The doubt will come, no? Are you getting my question? Earth is moving around sun. Force is acting towards center of the sun. Then if that is the only force acting, then the earth should have come and gone inside the sun, isn't it? If moon is revolving around the earth, and if there is only the centripetal force acting, that is the gravitational force creating the centripetal force towards center of the earth, then the earth should have come and hit, or moon should have come and hit the earth. When I am rotating a stone in the string and the stone is able to maintain circular path, if it is only because of tension, then the stone should have come inside the center of the circle, no? It means there is a balancing of force. Something equal is acting in the opposite direction, that is balancing the centripetal force. You know what is called as? This is called as centrifugal force. You study in 11th class about this. Centrifugal force. It is called as pseudo force. You know what is the meaning of the word pseudo? Loudly? Imaginary, false. Pseudo means not existing in reality, but it is assumed. So it is an imaginary force that actually is only because of our mechanics laws. We are assuming that if an object is able to be in circular path because of centripetal force and it is not coming towards the center of that circle, there is equal amount of force acting in the outward direction. And that force we are calling as centrifugal force acting like this. So this object is there on the earth. I hope you know that we are on the earth, right? Or somebody is thinking we are inside the earth. Some children are there. In my one class I went, he is saying, sir, we are inside the earth only, no? What I am seeing is that only is the cover of the earth, no? Then I sat for 3 days with him and made him to understand where we are. He was imagining that we are like, what do you say? Like how in the James ball, we have gems inside, no? He thought like we are inside the earth, and when we are seeing sky, the sky is the cover of the earth. Good imagination. So, then I made him understand, Dambi, wait man, we are not inside the earth. We are on the earth. Okay. So if we are on the earth, and if the earth is rotating like this, then the object also will rotate along with the earth. Imagining, earth is rotating, isn't it? It's not in static mode. So if something is there on the earth, it will also start to come in the circular path, imagining. So circular path is coming, there must be a centrifugal force acting in the outward direction. Now there are two forces, one force like this, one force like this. There will be a net force acting in this direction. I told about the vectors to you. If there are two forces, net force will act somewhere. We don't know what is the value of this. If you want to find the value of this, yes, we can find. How much will be that? Root over mg square plus fc square plus 2 mg fc cos, we don't know value, this is called as, let me take it as theta. When you come to 11th standard, and if you are in NEET or JEE batch, I will tell you about this, how to solve further. Now I don't want to go in that deep. But that is why this direction and its magnitude will change. It will become m into g dash. G is not acting in the center. So we always think that where is G acting? Towards center of the earth. In reality, it is never acting towards center of the earth. Where it is acting? Little away from center, because of centrifugal force shifting it. If you not understood also, don't take much tension. It is not at all there in school syllabus itself. If your worry is only to do good in 11th and 12th, forget about what I have spoken now. If you are worrying about NEET and JEE, I will help you at that time. Don't worry about it. For now, this is more than enough. What I mean to say that if any object is there and the force is acting towards center of the earth, then a centrifugal force is there. The net force will not act towards this side, it will act somewhere here. And its value will be a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta root over. These things I have taught in vectors class. So these are the factors on which what is varying? Small g is varying. So as per our ancient thoughts, small g was a constant. But we came to know small g is not a constant. Small g varies because of shape, because of height, because of depth, because of rotation. Shape, on the pole the g is maximum, in the equator g is minimum. As we move from pole towards equator, g is decreasing because r is increasing. Height, as we go above the earth's surface, since the height is increasing, g is decreasing. As we go below the earth's surface, the depth is increasing, height g will be reducing. And because of the earth's rotation itself, centrifugal force acts, and centrifugal force will make the mg not to act towards the center of the earth, rather act little inclined between this mg and centrifugal force. Clear to you? Sure. Up to here there is no doubt. So I don't want to go more deep than this. We have lots of topics in this gravitation chapter. We have gravitational potential, potential energy, height of the satellite, orbital velocity of satellite. We have escape velocity concepts, Kepler's laws of planetary motion. So many things are there. I will teach this chapter for almost 4 or 5 lectures in the regular class. So I have given you the basics of gravitation, which you have studied already in 9th standard, not in this much detail, but little bit you have studied in 9th. I just recalled today 9th standard. Basically, in my whole program, I plan to recall 9th standard for you. That was only my purpose. So I tried to recall that and I went one level higher than 9th. So after this, let us solve some questions from previous question papers. As my last classes, I am going to open some questions from competitive examination. And let us see how to solve them. Shall we? Shall we solve it or not, guys? Okay. Yes. So here there are some questions which you cannot solve because of involving some other concepts, but what you can solve, I will go to that. Question number 7 and 8 you solve first, 7th one and 8th one. 8th one you solve first, first one you solve 8th. Question number 8, please try. I hope question number 8 is visible to you. Question number 8 is visible to you? At surface of earth, weight of a person is 72 Newton. Then his weight at height r by 2 from the surface of earth is how much? Can you try this? Give a try, please.
Sir,
Yes. Tell me, Ramcharan.
32, sir.
32. Others, anybody, any answer? Okay, let us check. Anybody else, any answer? Take 2 more minutes and solve. Give a try. Anyhow, I'm going to help you. Answer by Ramcharan is 32 Newton. Check whether he is right or not. Any answer? Apart from that, 32 Newton? Same or other answer, nothing? Solve that. Give a bit try. Don't give up.
32 Newtons, sir.
Okay, 32 Newton is the answer by Shri Krishna also. This is a question from NEET, by the way. AIPMT. It also came in AIMS. That time AIMS was separate from NEET. Now it is together. Shall I help you? Shall I help you? What they are saying, at surface of the earth, weight of a person is 72 Newtons. So we know very well weight is equal to what into what? M into G. Weight is given as 72. So 72 is equal to M into G. I can take G as whatever, 9.8 or 10, whatever you want to take, you can take. Why I am taking this? You will get the value of M. M is equal to 7.2 kgs. Why is it required? I will tell you why it is required. Because we are going to find what is the G at a height of r by 2 from surface of the earth. Pay attention, earth is there, its radius is already r. From surface you are going how much above? R by 2 above. And you want to find what is the value of G here. I told you G dash is equal to r by r plus h. So it will become r by r plus what is h value here? R by 2, the whole square into what? G. G dash value I am finding. So G dash will become equal to r by, what is that? 3r by 2. 3r by 2, the whole square. I think whole means full whole square it will come into G. So I am going to get G dash as equal to r will get cancelled, 4 by 9. So 4 by 9 times of G, isn't it? If G dash becomes 4 by 9 times of G, so we can find the value of weight there. So weight will become equal to, what is the mass? 7.2 into G dash. What is G dash? 4 by 9 times of G I have taken as 10. Solve this, this will become how much times? 0.8 times, isn't it? So 0.8 into 4 will become 32, 3.2 into 10 is 32. Your answer is right, Ramcharan and Shri Krishna. 32 Newton is the correct answer.
Seventh one answer 9 hours, sir.
Let us check it. So, eighth one is clear to you? Okay. Ramcharan, your videos off, you are seeing internet or you are solving by yourself. How can we?
Solving by myself, sir.
So, I believe you because I know you, but I hope you are not doing any kind of malpractice, okay?
Oh, sir.
Okay. So, others can solve question number 7 fast. 7th, you try to solve, everybody else. And Ramcharan, unmute yourself. One question I will ask to check your authenticity. Simple question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ah,
Tell me, 5th question answer, very simple question. Where will it be profitable to purchase 1 kg sugar? At pole, at equator, or the degrees of latitude and or something?
at equator, sir.
At equator.
Yes, sir.
Why?
G will be less, sir, in equator.
So,
So, weight will be less, sir.
okay, so weight will be less means you will get less sugar only, no?
Oh, sorry. Pole, sir, sorry.
Okay, so you say at poles, right?
Ah,
Why poles? Because weight will be more there, right?
yes, sir.
Man, you are going to buy the sugar or sell the sugar? You are a sugar shopkeeper or you are a customer? See here, they have written purchase. So you are a customer, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why I was telling to answer it immediately. So think, man, Ramcharan, if you are at equator, G is less, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
G is less. It means for getting that weight, you will put more sugar only, no?
Yes, sir. Just said the opposite thing.
Yes, obviously. So the answer is equator. Equator, who will be profitable? The person who is buying will be profitable. Who will be in loss? Seller will be in loss. At pole, who will be in loss? The buyer will be in loss. Who will be in profit? That's why they told where will it be profitable to purchase? If the same question they change.
Correct answer, no, sir.
What, Ramcharan?
I said the correct answer, no, sir.
But you should have the confidence, no man. You said and when I asked you said no. Pole. Am I right or not?
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, anyhow, I'm simply saying. Question number 6 you solve. 6 is simple.
Okay, sir.
Okay. 7th one you got the answer, guys? 9R you also got? Okay. So we can assume that 9R is correct. So I'll help you in solving. Don't worry about it. If you have solved 7, go to question number 6. Those who have not solved 7, I'll solve along with them. 7th question is height of the point vertically above the Earth's surface at which the small g becomes 1% of its value. What is the value first of all of g? Is 10 approximately. 1% of 10 is how much? 1. Very good. Which math you are studying, man? 1% of 10 is 1. 1 by 100 into 10 is how much, man? 0.1, no? 10% of 10 only will be 1. So 1% of 10 will be 0.1. So we have to find where will the value become 0.1, isn't it? So we know the formula G dash by G is equal to what by what? R by R plus H the whole square. So where the G dash will become 1% of G or 1 by 100 times of G by G is equal to R by R plus H the whole square, isn't it? So this GG will get cancelled. I will get R by R plus H how much? R by R plus H as root over 1 by 100 will become 1 by 10. Reciprocate, cross multiply it, you will get 10R plus by plus. 10R is equal to R plus H. So you will get 9R is equal to H. So what they are asking to find? That only they are asking to find. Are you getting how the answer has come? See, these questions are not tough, believe me. It is just requiring you to decode the question. They are asking at what depth below the Earth's surface the acceleration due to gravity will become 1% of its value. So I took G dash as 1%. You can write 0.1 G also directly here. The same answer will only come. So G dash I am taking 1%. So 1 by 100 into G and GG will get cancelled. 6th one is A. 6th one is A. Ramcharan, what is your answer, man?
So 6th one was 9, G by 9. Sir.
Okay, A. You also got A. All of you people also got A only. Maybe right. So I hope you are understanding how the questions are being solved now. Getting some idea? Please, guys, don't think that within half an hour, 1 hour, everything should be very clear to you. If you are having some kind of vagueness also, some kind of cloudiness also, it is because it is something new you are learning. And we are learning, solving question, it is hectic only. But when you sit and solve it calmly, it will be simple. It is not something very complex. Okay? So I hope you are getting some familiarity with gravitation chapter, which is going to be your one of the chapters, I think chapter number 7 or 8 in the 11th standard. Fine. So with this, let me wind off today's class, recalling whatever we have learned in the previous class and today's class. Previous class I already recalled. Today's class, what things we learned? Today we have learned, first I talked to you what is the meaning of gravitation word, how gravitation, gravitational force and acceleration due to gravity are different things. Gravitation is a property, gravitational force is a force of attraction, and acceleration due to gravity is the acceleration by which any object is attracted towards center of the earth. I told you about Newton's law of gravitation. I told you why two objects, any two objects in the universe will attract each other, but why it is not felt because of the less mass of the body. I talked to you about what is the small g value and how it become 9.81 meter per second square. Then we discussed about what are the factors that affect the value of small g, the shape, the height, the depth and the rotation of the earth. All these things we have seen in today's class. After that, we solved some questions from previous year NEET and JEE papers, and we came to know that how the questions can be asked from whatever topics we learned today, isn't it? So with this, let me rest my class here. I'll share this worksheet with you if you want. Try at your home by yourself, and then if you have any doubt, we will discuss in the class if we keep during the May month, or else you are there in the group, I am there in the group, post your doubt, ask me and I will clarify it. If somebody has any doubt, you can always feel free to contact me through WhatsApp. Hopefully we will meet once again soon. Okay, till then take care, bye bye, good night guys, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, take